You're listening to the Exponential Entrepreneur Podcast. This is the podcast for ambitious entrepreneurs who understand that exponential business growth isn't achieved through traditional business tactics alone, but through personal development, the ultimate leverage point to scale businesses beyond conventional limits. Hosted by Erika Ferenczi, featuring lessons from the Practical, Profitable Mindset program, created by RJon Robins, Alejandra Leibovich, Erika and Oscar Ferenczi. And here's your host, Erika Ferenczi.
Every beginning of a period is an opportunity for growth. Like the beginning of the quarter or the beginning of a month, that is just not another quarter or another month. It's your opportunity to set your plans up for success. In this episode, we will show you how is that intentional planning can transform your business and thus have a huge impact in your life. This episode is not about rigid plans. It's about the discipline of planning itself. You will hear RJon talking to you about certain concepts like, number one, plans are meaningless, but planning is everything from Eisenhower. Two, the most important events in your calendar, what we will call boulders or big rocks, are the ones that need to go in first. Things like anniversaries, birthdays, vacations. Why? Because your business has to serve your life and not the other way around. After that, we will bring in the pebbles, the sand, the water, and everything else. Also on this episode, RJon will show you how he consistently sits down with his executive assistant and reviews the next 30 days. They adjust, they pivot, they stay flexible on the events that are closer to the date. You also want to stay flexible when your priorities change or if your situation is modified. Now, the further out that you are planning, for example, the next 12 months, 18 months, or even 24 months, your calendar will become more aspirational, and that is perfectly fine. What matters, again, is the discipline of the planning process. Now, one last thing. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Most of us say that certain things are important to us, and then we do something completely different. We negotiate with reality. We make excuses. We rationalize what we are not doing, what we said that was important. So the exercise on this episode will force you to face the gap between what you say matters to you and what you actually do. And yes, that might be a little bit uncomfortable, but I promise you, in that discomfort and in that awareness is where growth actually happens, and you will be empowered to make different choices. So enjoy the episode.
The practical reality of making a profitable business. Plans are meaningless. Planning is everything. All right. Here's the exercise. This week, right now, I want everyone to please inventory what you claim is really most important for you. And for everything you go around telling yourself that's most important for you, I want you to write out why is most important for you. And don't just write because. It's not obvious to me that your children are most important to you when I look at your calendar and I don't see evidence that you make your children important to you. Don't tell me when I say, why are your children most important to you? The answer, well, just because they are. That's not a real explanation. I want you to really dig deep and answer the question, why are these things that you claim are most important to you? Why are they most important to you? Number one. Number two, I want you to commit to make an effort to do what's most important to you at least once a day, every day, for the next 30 days. So this month, every day, I want you to make an effort to do the things that are most important to you at least once a day, every day. We will find out what's really most important to you and what's not really most important to you. And that will be embarrassing, and it will be excruciating, and it will be liberating, and it will be exciting, and it will be motivating, and it will be empowering, and it will be embarrassing, and it'll be excruciating, and it'll be uncomfortable, and it'll be liberating, and it'll be exciting, and it'll be embarrassing, and it'll be liberating, and it'll be empowering, and it'll be heartbreaking. And we're going to find out what's real. Make an effort to do what's most important to you at least once a day, every day for the next 30 days. This isn't a commitment. I'm not asking you to commit to do everything. I'm asking you to make an effort to do the things that are most important to you. Spoiler alert, what you're going to find is that everything can't be the most important to you. And you're going to have to you're going to discover that you're going to be making some choices. And these choices are going to be gut-wrenching, and they're going to be excruciating, and they're going to be embarrassing, and they're going to be empowering. I want you to commit to make an effort to do what's most important to you at least once a day, every day for the next 30 days. Breathing is important to you. You're going to make an effort to breathe. Eating is important to you. You're going to make an effort to eat. Going to the bathroom is important to you. You're going to make an effort to go to the bathroom. Most everything else is optional. You claim that spending time with your kids is important to you. Great. I want you to make an effort to spend quality time with your kids once a day, every day for the next 30 days. You claim that exercising is important to you. Great. Well, then I want you to make an effort to exercise at least once a day, every day for the next 30 days. You claim that journaling is important to you. Well, I want you to make an effort to journal at least once a day, every day for the next 30 days. You claim that it's important to you to learn how to play the guitar. Great. Well, then I want you to make an effort to practice playing the guitar once a day, every day for the next 30 days. I don't care whether you spend an hour or 2 hours or 10 hours or 10 minutes. I don't give a shit. I want you to get real with yourself about doing what you say is important to you. Can it be more than one thing that is important to you? Yes, I think I just covered that. Breathing, eating, sleeping, going to the bathroom, and everything else. Everything you say is important to you, you're going to make an effort to do once a day for the next 30 days. And in a month from now, we're going to find out what's real and what's bullshit. And it's going to be excruciating and humiliating and empowering and embarrassing and liberating and exciting and uncomfortable and heartbreaking and thrilling and exciting and terrifying. It's going to be all of these things because we're finally going to find out what's really most important to you and what's not. And then we will be able to make practical decisions that will give you a more profitable life. Remember, profitable is measured by financial profit, personal profit, and professional profit. So we're going to be making more profitable decisions where we exchange things that are of a lower value to get things that are of a higher value. That's how profit is made. If you claim that exercising is important to you, and a day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 10 days go by, and you have prioritized sitting on the couch, watching TV, eating potato chips, well, then either we have to face the fact that exercising isn't really important to you or as important to you as sitting on the couch eating potato chips, or we have to make some intentional changes in our life. You guys are trying to negotiate your way around reality, and I'm not going to let you. Is this for only the most important thing? No. I said over and over and over again, you can go back and watch this recording, and I must have said it at least 5 times in 5 different ways. All the things you claim are most important to you, all the things you claim are important to you. Not breathing is not more important than eating. Eating is not more important than going to the bathroom. Going to the bathroom is not more important than eating. You have to do all 3 or you die. You can't say that one is more important than the other. They're all important. Now, you don't have to invest time with your kids. You don't have to exercise. You don't have to do marketing. You don't have to read to expand your mind. You don't have to invest quality time with your spouse or significant other. Those are all optional. They're things that you go around torturing yourself, claiming, telling yourself, oh, that's really important to me. But you're giving yourself mixed messages. And what ends up happening is when you tell yourself that something is important to you, but your behavior proves that it is not, what happens is you learn to distrust yourself. And we're going to learn to trust ourselves by taking control of our behavior and taking control of our action by using our calendar the way the calendar was meant to be used. So 1, inventory what's really important to you. And next to each thing that you claim is important to you, you write out why it's really important to you. Eating, sleeping, going to the bathroom should be on that list. Why is it important that I eat every day? It's important that I eat every day because if I don't eat for too many days in a row, I will die and I won't be able to do anything. It's important that I eat every day because even if I don't die even if I won't die in just 24 hours, I will have fluctuating blood sugar level. My mood will be up and down. I'll feel like crap. I won't be able to focus. I won't be my best. And I'll be upset all the time. And it's uncomfortable. And I don't like the feeling of being starving when I don't eat for a whole day. It's also important that I eat healthy food every day because if I eat garbage every day, blah, blah, blah. Write this out. Do not take it for granted. Don't say, oh, well, it's obvious. Just do the exercise. Play all in. Please just humor me. I promise you, you'll get a lot of value from doing it. 2, commit to make an effort to do what's most important for you at least once a day, every day this month. You claim that spending time with your kids is important to you or investing time with your kids is important to you. Great. I want you to make an effort to invest time with your kids once a day, at least once a day, every day. And then number 3, be intentional every day about whether, how much, and what you allowed to get in the way of doing what you claim is important to you at least once a day, every day this week. You claim that exercising is important to you, and yet a week from now, you'll only exercise 3 times. Great. Well, that means that 4 times you allowed something else to get in the way of you doing what you said was important to you. Okay. I know this sounds like a simple little thing to do. I promise you, it's going to be powerful and impactful. I don't need to spend 3 hours teaching you this lesson. If you just do it, you'll experience the results. You'll experience the benefits of doing it. Any questions?
I see a question. You posted it to me. I have a question. In Habits of Successful People, we look at blocking time in 1-week increments. You fit in what is important in that time block. I would have been doing that. How would you connect the 2 thoughts?
I don't understand what he's saying. Say it again.
So he's saying that to commit to something, he would Normally do it in 1 week increments, blocking time in 1 week increments. You fit what's important into that specific time block. He's asking how you reconcile that plan or that schedule with what you're asking everyone to do every day for 30 days.
I don't understand what you're asking me to reconcile. I think that what I'm saying and what you're saying are almost exactly the same.
Yeah, so Stephen Covey wrote, he's like, trying to think that you're going to fit everything that's important in 24 hours is not doable. And he's like, and you beat yourself up. And he's like, so you look at it in a week. And so like for me, like, spending time with my kids is important. So Saturday and Sunday, it's like I'm cooking, I'm doing all these things on the weekend because that's the most important thing for me, like to be with my family at that time. But that kind of like, and then during the week, if I put in extra time at work, like that's how I've always reconciled it, because I look at my time in like a week increment versus like a 24-hour scenario.
So you tell yourself that investing time with your children is one of the most important things to you.
Yes.
Okay. But instead of investing time with them every day, you consolidate that into the weekends.
Right. Yeah.
And you allow the incompetence of your staff and the excuses of your vendors and whatever other bullshit you tolerate to interfere with your ability to invest time with your kids every day. And so now you jam it into once a week on the weekends.
Well, we spend time sporadically during the week, but I guess the intentional portion of it was on the weekends. But I understand what you're saying.
And I'm talking about investing time, not screaming at the kids to get in the car because you got to drive to school because you don't want to be late. That's not what I mean. I mean investing real quality time with your kids, if that's something that people claim is important. Maybe some people won't. The purpose of this week is to force us to face the uncomfortable truths about our behaviors. Gandhi said, our actions express our priorities, right? Well, if Monday you don't make it a priority to invest quality time with your kids, and Tuesday you don't make it a priority to invest quality time with your children, and Wednesday you don't make it a priority to invest quality time with your children, and Thursday you don't make it a priority to invest quality time with your children, and Friday you don't invest quality time with your children, and then you cram it in on Saturday and Sunday, well, our actions express our priorities. Something else was more of a priority for you on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't do it that way. I'm not even saying that investing quality time with your children should be your top priority. I think breathing should be your top priority. I think eating should be a top priority. I think going to the bathroom should be a top priority. I think that doing things that feed your mind and feed your soul, I would argue, for me, let me say it this way. Doing things that feed my mind and feed my soul is a bigger priority for me than investing time with my family. There, I said it. Oh my God, how shocking. How dare you? You're a terrible father. You're a horrible husband. No, I'm being real with myself. I have reconciled this about myself, that doing things that feed my soul and feed my mind and help me be the person that I want to be professionally is more of a priority for me than investing time every day with my family. I know this is shocking. I know this is politically incorrect. This is the stuff that no one likes to talk about. And so they just deceive themselves and they're constantly fighting against their natural tendencies. This week is going to be excruciating for everyone because you're going to get a glimpse about what's real. And it's terribly impractical to live outside of reality. It's terribly unprofitable to live outside of reality. This week, we're going to find out what's really most important to you. And I'm asking you this week, the 3 steps are, there's only 3 steps. I saw people in the chat saying 4. There's only 3. 1, inventory what's really most important for you and why it's most important for you. You can rank them if you want. 2, well, I see that people thought that that was 2 different steps. That's part of 1 step. The inventory is the list and the reason. That's step 1. Step 2 is commit to make an effort. Just make an effort. I just want you to make an effort. I don't even care if you do it or not. I just want you to make an effort to do what you claim is most important to you at least once a day, every day for the next 30 days. And step 3 is to be intentional, be conscious, be aware, pay attention. You can make a journal entry. You don't have to make a journal entry. You can use an app. You don't have to use an app. You could scribble it on a napkin. You could just make a mental note. I don't care. I just want you to be conscious and intentional and aware of whether and how much and what all you allow to get in the way of what you claim, what you tell yourself is most important for you. That's all. All we're doing is laying a foundation of bricks. We'll lay another row of bricks on top of that, and another row of bricks on top of that. And in a couple of weeks, we'll have a wall. And a month or 2, we're going to have the wing of a building. And by the end of the year, you'll have yourself a cathedral. All right. Inventory what's really most important for you and why it's most important to you. Commit to make an effort to do what's most important to you at least once a day, every day for the next 30 days, starting today, starting with today's sit. And 3, be intentional every day about what you allow to interfere with your commitment to do what you say is most important to you.
So you just heard it. Plans are meaningless, but planning is everything. What matters is the discipline of the planning process. Most of us say that certain things are important, but our daily actions tell a completely different story. We negotiate with reality, we make excuses, we end up unhappy and frustrated. But not you. Now you have a different way of doing things. We hope this episode helped you and maybe even forced you to face the reality of that gap that exists between what you say matters and what you actually do. And now, with this awareness, you are empowered to make different choices. Walking the talk is one of the top secrets to success. So please make sure that you align your actions with your priorities and do not allow life to distract you. Make inventory. Write down what you claim is most important to you. Not what sounds good or what you should care about, but what is actually important. And then engineer your whole life around it. If you say that your family is important, but you're spending no time with your family, either you're going to be miserable or maybe that is not that important. So just get real and then align your actions with your values so you can experience that inner alignment and purpose. 2, commit what you say is important to you at least once a day. Not when it's convenient, but daily. Number 3, track anything that interferes or tries to interfere. Be intentional about noticing what are the things that you are allowing to get in the way of what you say is important to you and eliminate them. Remember, you can't manage what you don't measure, and you can't improve what you are not intentional about. So let's get intentional. Let's make the upcoming month or the upcoming quarter a complete success for yourself. That is exactly what we do at the Exponential Entrepreneur podcast. It's now your turn to take action. Stay healthy, stay hungry, and stay focused. And we will see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Exponential Entrepreneur podcast. We encourage you to take action on it today. Share what you've learned with another entrepreneur. Sign up for our newsletter to get bonus content you won't get anywhere else at exponentialentrepreneur.podcast.com and subscribe to the Exponential Entrepreneur Podcast to receive the next episode. Until next time, keep breaking through limiting beliefs and growing exponentially.